Momentum doesn't announce itself. It just quietly confirms. This is Bitcoin on Point, where I give you the only news that matters and the cleanest technical analysis to trade the best asset in the world, Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is sitting at a level that will decide the momentum. This isn't hype, it's not headlines, it's just simply structure. And right now, the way the price behaves around $95,000 is telling us a lot about what comes next. But before we even dive into the charts, here is some quick context. We just closed another successful, clean Bitcoin trade. This is our second trade, and so far both of them have been winners. Yay! Look, guys, there's no chasing, there's no guessing, and we'll break this trade down properly inside the video. But more importantly, the structure that actually led to it is still very much in play. So let's look at some macro context and then we'll be straight back to the technicals. Just in, Adam Livingston has said there is going to be a point where strategy will be buying 1,000 Bitcoin per day consistently using perpetual preferred stock stretch, STRC. So what is this telling us? Well, firstly, this is definitely not trading. This is systemic accumulation. And sticking to the Ethereum pathways, Ethereum staking continues to accelerate. The official ETH 2.0 proof of stake deposit contract now holds 77.85 million ETH, worth just over $256 billion, rising by 38.4% coins held in the past year. So this is nearly half of the total supply, and it's up sharply year over year. The important clarification here is this isn't a whale wallet. These coins can't suddenly hit exchanges, and withdrawals are rate limited by the protocol. But yes, it's evident that some are arguing that there is the off chance that this wallet size can lead to liquidity risks, right? Because if a vast amount of these accumulated ETH in staking sell, then it could cause some liquidity problems, right? But on the other side of that, it's pretty simple. Almost half of the ETH is actually locked. And by participating, this is a larger bet on Ethereum long time. And finally, Vitalik. Let's talk about Vitalik, because going mainstream is hurting Ethereum. And what Vitalik is talking about here is the adoption, because it's come at the cost of decentralization and privacy. He said reversing this will be a priority in 2026. Now, what this tells us is one thing. Ethereum is adjusting and continues to evolve. Now, let's bring all of this back to the price. And we're going to start with Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Bitcoin is currently trading around $95,000. And this is a critical level because price has already broken above a major level of resistance that Bitcoin was under throughout the whole of December coming into January of 2026. Now, the potential that actually lies here is a massive double bottom formation, because we had the first low, then we built the higher low, and then we initially ran into resistance, pulled back for a higher level of support, and broke out of the major level of resistance. And since breaking out of $94,000, Bitcoin has tapped into 97K and is currently holding the previous level as support. So this is the structure that opens doors for continuation. And $107,000 is the double bottom breakout target. This isn't optimism. This is how markets behave. And when a key level flips from resistance into support, this is not a signal to ignore. Now, zooming into the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, the structure has played out exactly as expected. We had a massive period of consolidation. We then witnessed a breakout of the consolidation, but had a failed breakout point at our $94,000 supply. We then corrected back down to the consolidation range, accumulated with some higher lows, which allowed a re-entry before getting this major breakout. So this wasn't weakness. This was price resetting and rebuilding before the regained strength. So after breaking out again, the main objective here is to hold the bullish structure and keep it intact. It's basically to hold above $94,000, the previous levels on the daily time frame that were major levels of resistance, and initially turning them into support. So if we can hold above 94K, this could be a pass and a signal for the continuation to that 107K double bottom breakout target. It's simply as simple as that. There's no other way to put it, guys. So what we need to do now is wait for the confirmation and let the levels come to us. Now, let's talk about our Bitcoin trade, our successful trade, the second trade on the platform. You can also find all of these links, exits, entries, and explanations in our free Telegram channel. Guys, this is free opportunities to get yourself involved. You can dig into trades, look at setups, and keep up with macro news. So it's only you that's missing out. The link for that is in the description below. Now, we had an entry at $94,000. Okay, this is where our entry was set. I do apologize, it was up here at 94K, and the first TP was set at 94.9K, and the second TP was set at 95.4K. Both of these TPs actually got hit. We did initially aim for the TP3 at 96K, but momentum started to weaken. So I made the decision to secure the trade at TP2. And we actually closed out this trade at $95,400. And, you know, this is clean execution, guys. There's no emotion involved. This is how trading should be. We define the risk, we let the price work, and adapt when the structure changes. And just for some verification, let's take a look at our trading challenge, where we're taking an account from $10,000 to 100K, fully transparent. It's fully transparent, guys. You can access all of this information on the Profits Precision platform, where the link is in the description. And we've actually taken 2 trades already. We've executed both of these. They've been successful, and the account is currently up 2.8%. That's a $286 profit. You can find all the links for the entries, the exits, and the executions in our free Telegram channel, and the link for that is also attached in the description. Now, this is the exchange we're actually using. This is Weeks, and they're a very reliable exchange. They have a clean interface, good liquidity, and reliable execution for the way that I actually manage risk and structure. So if you want to use the exchange, the link is in the description. You'll be taken directly to this Week's sign up page. You don't need to enter any referral codes or anything like that. It's all already applied through the link. There's also sign up bonuses as well if you do join up, and using the link is a simple way to support the channel. So everything is tracked and verified inside the Profits Precision dashboard, so the performance stays clean and accountable, and all of the trades, updates, entries, exits, and reasoning, as I've said before, are shared in the Telegram channel. Don't miss out, guys. It's all free, it's all optional, and the link for everything is in the video description. Now, shifting onto Ethereum on the daily time frame, ETH has been respecting key levels. We have the potential ascending triangle formation, where ETH is building up under a major level of resistance at 3.3K, with this ascending level of support below on this yellow trend line that could mark the continuation of the trend and actually break back above this major level of resistance. So ETH is lagging behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin has already broken out of its major resistance throughout December and January, and ETH looks like it just wants to play catch up. It wants to build the structure, and we have 2 potential scenarios. The first one, as I just covered, is holding this ascending trend line as support before going for the break, and the second one, if we actually fail to hold support, is to resort back down to the key demand area for ETH, which sits at 2.6 to 2.7K, and this has been a major level in the past where we've seen significant bounces. So this is compression, it's not rejection, and for Ethereum, we're simply waiting on the volatility to return. Now, on the 4-hour time frame for ETH, it's consolidating. And this is consolidation above a key level of support. So we have the previous high at 3.3K, and ETH has been holding this level for quite some time now. So if it can continue to hold between this level and mark it as support, this previous level of resistance as support, then this is where we could see the continuation of the trend back up to 3.4 to 3.5K. But break below, then the next target sits back down on the order block at 3.1K. So regardless of the structure, if we can hold the 3.3K level, fantastic. But failing that, if it's lost, then simply look for the massive order block below that sits at $3,100. Again, this is an area in the past where we have seen significant bounce behavior for Ethereum. So when we zoom out, Bitcoin on the daily is holding above $95,000 resistance, looking to turn it into support for the continuation of the trend. On the 4-hour time frame, we're simply looking for a break, a failure. We've re-entered past the major resistance, looking to turn it into support for continuation of the trajectory. And on the 30-minute time frame, where we're actually executing our trades, we have success on the TP2, which has been secured, traded, and managed properly. And ETH on the daily time frame is suggesting low volatility compression, whilst the 4-hour, the lower time frames, has clearly range defined areas and levels that need to be respected in order to see the continuation of its trend. This isn't hype. This is the process actually paying off. What we've been covering in the previous videos is actually unfolding. So good trades come from good structure, and good structure doesn't rush. Now we let the market keep confirming one level at a time. Until next time, all of the best.